Good to see you back again. Leave no playlist unfinished, driver. Okay, pro driver. 3 races remaining, and each of them may still turn the tide. Take a moment to recover, then get back in there.
Your opponents and make a move as soon as they make a mistake. Impressive skills. The drivers did not come to exchange courtesies.
Lap 2, still much to be done in this race.
Your tires are getting worn out. Keep the tire management in mind. Box, hit the pit on the next occasion. Your car is ready. Time to go all out. Third lap. Full throttle. Smart with the brakes. Get out of that corner with as much speed as you can.
And we have a winner.
Competitions are some of the most incredible motorsport events in history. Endurance racing at its peak. Do you see where I'm getting with this? Well, you guessed right. The next race is going to be one of the toughest. Not 24 hours long, but long enough for you to think things differently.
the longest. This is endurance racing. That means longer laps and more pit stops. Adjust your strategy.
This race will be the longest of the competition and also the last one to feature touring cars.
You started this race with clear skies, but you'll finish it in the dark. Beware, it'll change your whole perception of the circuit. Shy in the turns, the Bugatti Bolid's slick tires give you excellent grip. An Alpha car's got nothing on this machine.
Compromises today on this track.
That's the second lap. Some grip. Think about your pit strategy and be smart about it.
Once again, the lineup is made of racing legends only, and the drivers will have to be on top of their game to handle these demanding 5 laps through uncertain weather conditions.
To win. Lap 3, you know what to do. Got to take this next turn at high speed. Punch it. The strategy. Head back to the pit when you lose your grip. Preserve your machine. Only 2 laps left. Your tires are getting worn out. Losing daylight. Don't let the spotlights distract you.
The drivers are working. It's all about maximum attack.
Track. Let's do this. Last lap. Push. Go, 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 go! Slope now. Use it to pick up speed.
conclusion of this MotorFest Series Championship, the grand finale. When you cross that finish line, you'll be somebody else. Go, driver!
Finale, the ultimate race of our MotorFest Championship.
This is it, mate. Grand finale. Everything we've worked for pays off here. You know what you have to do. Give it everything. Beautiful move.
First time in the competition, the racers can enjoy the racetrack signature water bridge.
The bridge exit is tricky. Stay sharp. Levels are slightly going down. Hit the pit ASAP. Second lap. Hold on.
Competition has been an absolute roller coaster, but now's finally the time to see who's going to be the champion.
Got a top machine in that Red Bull. RB18 is the latest model with more aggressive aerodynamics and a powerful Honda engine, made for the finish line. Watch out on the bridge. It can mess with your perspective. You lost quite some grip already. Time to go all out. Last lap. We can do it, mate.
This is unbelievable. The very last lap of the competition. One single lap in mere minutes that may change everything.
Prep for the turn after the cave.
The championship started with an Alpha Grand Prix matchup, and that's also how it will end.
Final sprint. Give it everything you've got. Push! Yeah, buddy! We're the champs now! Those fireworks are for us!
You've yet to claim your reward, driver. Driver. You race through so many twists and turns. That's what motorsports are all about. You'll find your grand prize waiting for you near the entrance gate. Just take it slow. Not sure it's street legal. The MotorFest series playlists are the best way to prove your competitive skills. So as soon as you feel good enough, go and compete once again against the best pilots on the island. something fresh and new. Time for something fresh and new. This is a MotorFest special announcement. Let me turn on the news for you.
All right, my name is Captain Murdoch. I'm talking to all you hotshots at the festival.
Hey, Chief, you want a coffee?
Not now, damn it. As you most likely know, the festival is going all out with the street racers right now. So much that we're ending up with a bunch of daredevils on the loose, calling themselves cats, and getting into messed up races all over the island. But not for long. Special team. As a countermeasure to put these strays away. Quiet, Gordon! It turns out there's one spawn left in my squad. So come get it. Driver. Together, we'll hunt these ferals. We'll seek them, we'll chase them, we'll take them down. If right now you're wondering if you got what it takes, don't bother showing up. Because it means you don't. This was Captain Murdoch over Gordon! Guys, can you just keep the dog away for a second? I'm talking to the goddamn world here!
What do you think, driver? Want to take the job? Let's get a better idea of what you're getting yourself into. Visualize your next objective and let's go. A playlist is available, driver. Dazzling colors, wild suspension, exuberant finishes. This playlist is dedicated to cars that leave no one indifferent. 2 pillars of US customization, donk and lowrider. Cultures meet here in Hawaii, pitted against each other in a battle organized by MotorFest. Which style suits you best? Californian sun and West Coast hip-hop for the lowrider, or Floridian nights and dirty South music for the donk? It's up to you to choose your camp and immerse yourself in either community. versus West. Small wheels versus big. Donk versus lowrider. The contest is on. Raise your car and your style and learn to tame the power of a donk. Let's see what's coming up. The donks are gathered in town. Weasel D, an influential member of the movement, is waiting for you. Don't lose time, driver. Get your Caprice fired up. This time attack is a test concocted by the donk enthusiasts. They want to know if you have what it takes to become one of them.
What up, man? I was told they call you Driver, but I'ma call you D if you don't mind. That just sound more impactful. I'm Weasel, by the way. Want to get into the business? Have your own donk, huh? I'm fine with that, but there's sort of a rite of passage. I'm organizing a little party in Wahiwa, just to chill with people, bet on donk races. Nothing wrong with making a few bucks, know what I'm saying? Get there before nightfall, and you have my attention. Promise. By the way, what you know about donks? You want to be part of the family, you need to know a thing or two about these cars, you feel me? Back in the day, every donk was a 71 to 76 Chevy. In the 90s, all the Dirty South music scene was celebrating the donks we made. Donks was like an emblem of that movement. It's a vehicle the folks in the hood held close to their hearts and still do today. People are very proud of it, you'll learn. The slow riders there. Ain't that cute? Hey, they serving soup at 7 p.m. at the retirement home. You dummies gonna miss the call. Honk at them, D. A 71 Caprice, the purest bass you can get. But it ain't ready for business. Not looking like this, know what I mean? My guys will take care of lifting it. Put 26 on it. And if you don't like the color we chose for you, you can change it in free drive. We're gonna get into style a little later. I'm gonna take my time with you, D. Got a player here. Time to show your skills. Welcome to the Donk Kingdom, the city where nobody sleep, not since we arrived anyway. Nice to have you, D. Now we can talk.
addition to your Chevrolet Caprice production model, you now have a donk model dedicated to the rest of the playlist. The Weasel D Customs Edition. And if you stick around, you can be sure that Weasel will do everything in his power to make your donk exceptional. Change color if you don't like this one. There are many others. Duel just ahead.
Weasel D Customs takes care of your car, dear customer. All you have to do is define your own style by choosing your first rims. All right, D, it's time for big rim racing. You gonna love it. Now race. That's how we spend our nights, racing donks. It's all about style and power. Your car gotta have the body of Jessica Rabbit, but it gotta move like Speedy Gonzalez. Know what I'm saying? By the way, we buffed up your engine a little. I got my money on you. Don't let me down, D. Good start, my friend. Real good start. Next time, we'll get 2 more donks.
is the best way to compare the power of the vehicles and the reflexes of the drivers. The more in sync you are with the lights, the more you'll fill your nitro gauges and get off to a successful start. Gets tougher. You'll now have to face not one, but 3 donks.
You know about business, D? See, in business, you gotta look like the boss if you wanna be the boss. The donk game the exact same way. The right bumper can do that. It gives a donk an imposing look. Show what kind of guts your donk's got on it. You know about the contest? Donk v Lowriders? Who's got the best style? Might be an opportunity for you to shine a little. What do you think? I like what you're doing with your car, and I'd like you to drive for me. Think about it. Show 'em, D. Be the greatest. We'll leave camp at first light. Tomorrow, it's going down.
told all his guys to meet at Hauula Forest. You'll leave from there and arrive together to make a grand entrance at the Donk vs Lowrider contest. It's a good opportunity to have one last go with your fellow donks before racing your true rivals. Must have told you, a donk is a conversion of a Chevy Impala or Caprice, but only models dating from 71 to 76. These are the true donks, but there are also children of the donk. A converted 77 to 90 Caprice is called a box, while a 91 to 96 is a bubble. Use this information to ensure your street cred. I'll give it to you for free. Are just waiting for you to start their journey to the contest. Enjoy your ride, driver.
D, I want you to shine brighter than the Big Dipper, you know what I mean? Golden skirts or chrome fenders, pick your jewels, my friend. Missing? Step on it, fellas. We don't want to be late for the prom. 4 Chevy Caprices ready for action. Man, we couldn't have made a better impression. These cars have always been the brand's most luxurious. The 71 is already super classy with its egg crate grille. So with our modifications, damn, I can't wait for us to arrive. Straight ahead, my friend. part of this now. I'm real happy, dude. For real. You've made your own donk with your own style. Maybe you could add one last little touch. We'll see. But you got something most people will never understand. A donk is all about self-expression, a way of showing your individuality. And if we can tease the competition and make a few bucks, shit, that's two birds, you know what I mean? Turn right. Let's hear these engines. All eyes on us. It's a beautiful day in Oahu, Hawaii, man. I love this state. All the girls want to play Baywatch, you feel me? Riders are hanging around the football field. Let's say what up to them, you feel me?
to Kane-O-A-D, the lowrider people have already arrived. They've started to set the mood on the football field, doing what they do best, hopping with their hydraulic suspension. This is your chance to challenge them and conquer the territory.
One last touch before the contest. Either you play it subtle or a little ostentatious. Either way, your donk gon' kill the game. Lowriders! You're not ready.
Hey, pendejo, you ready to lose?
Oh, D, what's that? Some Latina voice on the line. Hey man, I'm sure it's a ghost. Get out of my head!
I'm real, Chico.
Damn! Seriously, you scared the hell out of me, girl. I hate ghosts. Wait, you that mamacita from the lowriders, huh?
I'm Sophia, and this lowrider belongs to my car club.
A GNX 87, right? Nice touch of gold.
See, so even a long guy can know a thing or two about cars.
Oh, you better believe. How about I put some big rims on it, set it off right?
That sounds lame.
You never know if you don't try. How about we make this interesting? A little bet. Winner of the contest takes the loser's car.
If it'll give that Caprice a chance to a better life, then I accept. No car deserves to be a dog.
Haha, perfecto. D, you heard? It's up to you now, baby. I saw some shortcuts on the path. Be smart. Use them. Dude. I think we're gonna have to make room in the garage.
Not gonna happen.
H&L driver. The last Donk vs. Lowrider chapter takes place there. Imposing that they arouse fascination, even among the greatest American tuners, like the one we know well at MotorFest. Hoonigan. Scotto and his team did what they do best, building a car with the looks and power of a dyno. Like you, they've transformed a 71 Caprice and added a big block capable of pulling this monster up to 880 horsepower. This thing is nuts. The lowrider people that big rims rule the customization game. Hoonigan's Donk races in your team, by the way. It's the Caprice with a fetching blue color paintwork, gold wheels, and a killer engine sound.
Guys, let's get this win. But take it easy on our lowrider friends.
Espero que hayas traído a vuestras mamás para que os consuelen después de la carrera. Y Weasel, ¿solo los bebés tienen miedo de los fantasmas?
What you just say? Kara, translate for me.
Sophia said, I hope you brought your mums to comfort you after the race.
Girl got hard. Trash talk is part of the game.
She also added, and Weasel, only big babies are afraid of ghosts.
Oh, that ain't even true, though. You forced my hand, girl. Now we're gonna end this in a knockout victory. I trust you, D. Make the difference, and that lowrider is your trophy to take. Turn right straight after the checkpoint. I see a shortcut. On your right again, dude.
I'd be lying if I said I liked your style, but I admit it. You guys know how to drive.
Thanks. I'll take any compliment.
But it won't be enough, lo siento.
Oh, yeah? Come on, D. Give it your all. Use your nitro down the straights, just like we did in the donk races. D. There you go. Don't take it personally, senorita. Just business.
Don't get too attached to the car, comadreja. I'll take it back faster than you think.
You haven't claimed your reward for this playlist. The donks have killed the game. The big wheels win over the small ones. Well, given the difference in power, it was hard to doubt. The car you built with Weasel's help is insane, driver. Behind that steering wheel, there's no way you can go unnoticed. So if I've understood correctly, you've not only won the contest, but also your opponent's car. It's not MotorFest's usual way of rewarding the winner, but I guess a bet's a bet. Sophia kept her word and left her lowrider at the container site. You'll see, even an enthusiastic donk like you could appreciate a car with this much customization work on it. lowrider? Ride at ground level and bounce with style. Event is a chill cruise. You'll be accompanied by Sophia, a member of El Sereno Car Club, and your host for the playlist. Like the Impala, the Buick Regal is one of the cars that most often is turned into a lowrider. Of course, yours isn't a lowrider yet, but it's just a matter of time.
This path. Alright, homie. So you want to know about lowriding? My car club has a spot a little up north. You want to roll? Let's do this. I got you on some tacos. Okay, let's talk about your car. It's terrible. Hey, I'm Latina. I'll be honest with you. Solo la gente que no te quiere nunca te dirá la verdad. Créeme. And you're with us now. If you look bad, we look bad. If you shine, we shine. And I tell you, you're gonna shine. Go to the shop as soon as you get there. We'll put hydraulics on this GNX and throw some paint on it. No worries if you don't like the color. You can change it in free drive. The basics of lowriding. Pretty soon, I'll show you how to make your car even more badass. That's the beauty of the... ¡Idiota! ¿Dónde aprendió a conducir este? Uy, this dog really has no educación. Oh, sorry, homie. Let's keep it moving. Izquierda, on the left. Gotcha, don't miss the turn. The crossroads after the church. Nope, not this way. Some people really have no business to do. It's dog territory. They're part of the reason we're here. MotorFest wants to do a contest. They want to know which style is the best. Everybody knows the answer, but anyway. Here's one with guts. Everyone gonna love you, definitely. Follow my people, they'll show you the way. El Sereno Car Club. They're like my family. We know each other since way back. All from East Los. All love cruising, all of the same lifestyle. You won't find more close-knit and respectful people. Go backtrack. Still straight ahead. Go backtrack. Right, then left. Nope, not this way. go backtrack. I don't remember this pass. I don't remember this pass. That's not the right Camino. Hey, go backtrack.
A playlist is available, driver. Of a new playlist, driver. Featuring a special guest, it's already shaping up to be explosive. Professional daredevils to craft a new experience for hot hats and customization enthusiasts. They've made a name for themselves by filming their gincanas, limitless races where drifting off the edge of a precipice and jumping over a helicopter become the norm. As you may have guessed, Hoonigan is here on the island. the occasion and invited Hoonigan to set up their HQ here. The place is just like them, fun and limitless, and you've got a whole playlist to discover it. Container. The Hoonigan Chief Creative Officer, Brian Scotto, has something to tell you.
What up, everybody? Brian Scotto here from the Hoonigans, and this is the Gymkhana Grid Masters playlist. We'll go for it.
You know how many times I've heard this?
Have you ever listened, though? The crew at MotorFest invited us out here to do what Hoonigan does best, and that's build a Gymkhana right here in Hawaii. For this, we obviously need a driver that's ready to go fast and break a few things along the way. Before becoming a proper Gymkhana driver, you're gonna have to master the craft, and that means a bit of workshopping and a lot of action. Every Gymkhana driver gets a dope machine, and you will get yours, but first, you're gonna have to get to the end of this.
cautious driving anymore. Here, you drive like a hoonigan. Let's see what's coming up. Scott is waiting to introduce you to your new playground. Here, you're going to learn the ways of Hoonigan through various workshops set up by their team. Once your training is over, you'll be a real Gymkhana driver, capable of leading your own Gymkhana. But let's start at the beginning.
Yo, what's up? Scotto here from Hoonigan. I'm super stoked to see another aspiring Gymkhana driver, and I want to welcome you to Tire Slayer Studios, our headquarters. The MotorFest gave us free reign to create our own Gymkhana grid playground and practice our craft. This is the place to hone and perfect our skills in 3 different level zones. Show me your creativity, and you might get your chance to become the Gymkhana MotorFest driver. But for now, let me just show you around. You're gonna love it here. Looks like you're not the only one working out today. Lots of drivers out to burn rubber. No pressure. There's no need to rush this morning. Hey, this guy ahead, he's doing great at donuts. New rule, the more tricks you perform, the more bucks you earn. But wait too long between tricks, and the bucks counter will drop. That bonus is for true Gymkhana masters only. Our 360 Madman is back. Go slide his line, just follow his tire tracks. That's why I love this place. You have a wrecking ball, and you always have guys to get creative with it. Performing the wildest tricks. This is the Gymkhana DNA. It takes a bit of preparation to become a Gymkhana driver. A lot, in fact. But for now, just remember this. If you have the right mindset, you'll be capable of anything. Like drifting to the edge of a canyon, or jumping over a helicopter, or, I don't know, anything.
Don't be fooled by the size of her car. She knows how to use it to her advantage.
Welcome to the Custom Show. Here you can vote for your favorite vehicles of the week or register your customized ride to the competition to get rewards based on your ranking. Playlist cleared and ready for takeoff, driver. Hey, driver, where do you stand on vintage cars? Because you're about to dive really deep into the vintage car culture and witness its evolution. Of the MotorFest activities, there's a place where all oldies enthusiasts can gather, exchange and compete. It's called the MotorFest Vintage Convention. And that's precisely what gave birth to this playlist. Will get you to travel through 4 decades, from the 50s to the 80s, and experiment the cars, the vibe, and the engineering advances of each time period. So you better fasten your seatbelt. You're going back in time. For this playlist, the question isn't where you're going, but when. Another activity awaits. First up, the 50s. You'll start your voyage into the past with a smooth ride behind the wheel of a Cadillac Eldorado. No guidance system, no fancy electronics, just pure mechanics, so you can enjoy some actual mid-20th century sensations. Alone. Kaya Kana, one of our best. Mechanic and retro vehicles expert will accompany you through your time tour. She's passionate, straightforward, and she knows everything about vintage cars. You'll love her.
All you gotta do is follow the instructions and enjoy a smooth drive towards Howula Forest. I'm Kai, by the way. I'll be your guide from afar. I'll pick and prep your cars and give you some tips. Plus you get to enjoy my company. Clearly the best part. They say you're quite the driver. track you're driving, that's a real piece of history. It was designed at the time to be the finest car money could buy. As you can guess, it's one of the most expensive production cars of its time. Better treat that old lady with all the respect she deserves. Don't miss that next turn on the right. And right again. So, what do you think of Hawaii so far? I was born on this island, and I can tell you, there's no other place quite like it. I mean, seriously, look at this natural arch. Watch for it. This car may struggle a little bit on the way up. Go easy on her. She's not as young as she used to be. Don't worry. Its weight will help you gain some speed and have more fun on the way down. See? Always better downhill. You made it. Good work.
The kind of action that First Decade has to offer. The racetrack is just nearby.
DeathAdder.
Okay, that was awesome. You're still driving an original 1957 Eldorado, so look after it. Do not forget, I'm the one patching things up afterwards. Drivers learned that the hard way in the 50s. Does the name Hornet ring any bell?
iconic music festivals, flower power, cars that would impact the automotive industry for generations. What a decade! I have a personal favorite, the Volkswagen Combi. Hey, being an AI doesn't mean you don't have your own taste. The Combi is and will remain the most emblematic van of all time. I just love it. And today, we'll just see how tough it can be in a race.
Colorful and lovely, but stay focused. Okay, fine, you got skills. Wow, you're full of surprises. The good news is, everyone's driving a Combi. Oh, I forgot to tell you. From now on, your cars will be equipped with nitrous oxide system. Give it a shot. On top of being a road legend, this van got a whole lot of names and nicknames over the years. Depending on the country, it is known as the Bulldog or the Split because of its distinctive split screen. And of course, Combi 21 because of its 21 windows. Yep, that's a lot. Let's push that good old Type 2 engine to its absolute limit. You know about the Volkswagen engine types, right? not a magician. That's the finish line right there. Come on, all out.
Road trip prepared for you. You'll have to reach an unknown location using the instructions you've been given, just like you did before. Opportunity for you to discover the island at your own pace and enjoy that 60s vibe some more. I can tell you, this isn't about the destination, it's all about the journey. Icing on the cake, your ride will be the eternal 1969 Mustang Boss 429.
Another nice and sweet ride. Keep an eye on your instructions, and you should reach that secret destination in no time.
giant stone. Can you see the turtle? You got it. Stay on the right. Better backtrack. You should see a church soon. Take a left right in front of it.
road. Don't miss it. That the Mustang Bus 429 was originally built to compete in motorsports competitions. It's one of the rarest and most expensive muscle cars ever, so keep that in mind before doing anything rash, okay? Plus, I love that car. Closing in. Good job. There is the finish line. Gun it.
You picture what's waiting for you next. Dirt roads, sunflower fields, and time attack. That's right, you're rallying in the 70s. For this challenge, Kai has brought you a 1970 Japanese beauty, the Nissan Fairlady Z432. Plus, traction control has just made its debut.
Curve on the right. Watch that left curve. Control Edition yet. Right turn. There's gonna be a long left, then long right. Left turn, then right. Water. Go for it. Full speed. Sharp left coming. Get ready for another sharp left, then right. Sharp right. Right again, then left. Don't miss the bridge. And bam, finish line.
The 70s was such a lively era, and that's something we really wanted you to feel. That's why we're going for a vibrant, high-paced event. Get ready for a disco face-off. driving is an absolute collector's piece. She's red, she's Italian, and she has shaped car history like all her big sisters before her. I'm talking about the Ferrari 365 GTB4, also known as the Ferrari Daytona.
By this jaw-dropping landscape, this face-off needs your absolute focus. You're driving a powerful car, and this route should allow you to reach maximum speed, but it is not devoid of curves, so watch it. Impressive, with spectacular wins in some of the most famous 24-hour competitions. That's what actually got her the nickname Ferrari Daytona. Gotta do now is let her fly.
going for our final time jump, a skip towards yet another very popular decade, the 80s. And to introduce the decade of the mixtape, I believe the vintage Contine went for a slightly different kind of atmosphere. But I can tell you that Kai has set you up with another very special vehicle for the occasion. TV legend Pontiac Firebird TA 1982. With that car, you'll enter this final decade with panache and ready to face anything.
Steps in the 80s, huh? How does it feel? So, once again, you'll have to reach your destination using only what the vintage gang is willing to give you. Pay close attention to the instructions and you should be fine. You don't want to get lost. I mean, look around you. And I should mention, because another decade has passed, you now have access to ABS technology. I took care of all the tweaks. Let's see if you can make good use of it. Visibility's terrible here. Keep your eyes peeled. That atmosphere reminds me of some of the Hawaiian tales my parents used to tell me. The Night Marchers, the Green Lady of Wahiwa, super creepy. Never heard these scary bedtime stories? And some people think Hawaii's only sun, beaches, and rainbows. Look at this rough path and deep night. Pontiac Firebird is fast and agile. Exactly what you need right now. And you know how famous this car is, don't you? right in front of you.
Time traveler, we're moving towards the final experience this voyage has to offer. A race between the 4 decades you have explored. The ultimate